All right, it's Friday, June 6th. I'm buying some Tesla 300 puts here at 1550. This is here on the 5-minute chart. That's giving me a bit of a two up, two down. The 15-minute chart, after gapping up a little bit today, above 300 pre-market highs, followed through lower on bar 2. Bar 3 here kind of held inside, still below the midpoint of that first bar. And then I'm watching that 5-minute chart kind of giving me the two down. So I'm still looking for bigger picture moves lower after yesterday's obvious, big, last 2 days, big decline with all the news out there. We're still below the midpoint of the prior day. After a big red bar, you kind of expect those lows to be tested. Opening price action seems to want to head lower. And especially on the weekly chart, we still have these double lows right here, which it didn't hit yesterday, which I think are targets in the 270 area. And obviously, if we stay red here this week, we can break through that either today or into next week and start even heading down there below 250. So the tone's down on the weekly chart, obviously. 15-minute chart here is down, gapped up a little bit after that, big collapse yesterday, but it certainly is not following through to the upside, and opening price action seems to want to head lower. So all I have to do is get it to kind of follow through, take out the lows of the day, and then that could lead into the lows of yesterday, somewhere in that range, and we'll just see if the downward, bias kind of holds up towards the end of the week. So I kind of am using this 5-minute chart, two up, two down here, to make one little push lower to the lows of the day, and then I can set up kind of a no-risk trade. And I still think the bias is to the downside. There are still targets below until we can get a big shift back to the upside on the weekly chart.